Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.
All right, y'all, today we got dating in Gen Z makes absolutely no sense. It's getting crazy out here. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for y'all. Red pill this, blue pill that, Gen Z this, Gen Z that. I mean, man, why can't we just all get together and love each other? Let's get right to the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and tap into the Twitch streams. The link to that will be in the description. That's Where You At, Berto. We've been going crazy over there, and thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really do appreciate y'all. Let's get right to the video. Not waste no time. Come on.
Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years.
What?
Gen Z is fucking cooked. If you hop on TikTok, there's constant videos telling you to whore yourself out, go sleep with as many people as possible. And we've seen the Coldplay video where I know they're old people.
4K, man. This nigga went out real sad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And you can tell that even though they got caught cheating, there's a representation of how Gen Z sees everything. It's a joke. It's a meme. It's something funny. Someone's life was ruined. You think about the kids, their life has completely changed. This is all bad. And nonetheless, it is just a joke. Gen Z.
I mean, yeah, that is true. But at the same time, it's like I'm double-sided with this because I'm not one of them soft emotional ass niggas, bro. Like, yes, somebody's life is ruined and that's sad and we can have that conversation, but it's also not our responsibility to fucking not make fun of this guy. This guy's a clown, you know what I'm saying? He went out and got caught cheating in 4K. We covered that video on my Berto 2 channel. The link to that will also be in the description, so make sure y'all go check that out if y'all want to tap into my other type of reactions. But yeah, man, like, we don't feel bad for him. We laughing at him. He's a clown.
Is cooked.
If you're in your 20s, go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with. Dating in your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on you're not resenting yourself or somebody else for it. Am I being an enabler? Sure, but your 20s is about learning crisis management and your
and this is the thing, man. Sometimes it's really embarrassing to say that we walk the same earth as people like this, my nigga. Yo, get this succubus out of my fucking face. Hell nah. It's one thing to genuinely mess up and do some degenerate shit, but to just get out your body and literally say, yes, let's purposely do stupid shit. Let's purposely go cheat on our significant other. Yo, what? Because you're 20, gonna use that as being young as an excuse?
30s is for crisis prevention.
2 million views, 400,000 likes, and people agree with this. And that's a big problem because it obviously represents a shift in how people are choosing to value relationships. It's not something about long-term investments, but I am going to act based on my instinctual desires and not worry about long-term consequences. And here's the thing, okay? You can be sluts, you can be whores, you can do whatever you want. I am not one to say, but at the same time, it's very obvious that
I am one to say, stop being sluts and stop being whores. You're going to regret it. You are going to regret it. I said it before, I'll say it again. You lead your life with lust, you're finna get bust. Okay? Yeah, stop all this bullshit. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, I've been there before. I've done degenerate shit in my life. I've done shit that I'm not proud of. But at the end of the day, when I look back at it, it was a mistake, or I gave into temptations where it's like, it was a mistake that I consciously made, but I regret it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference. You live and you learn. But to sit here, I've never in my life was going to co-sign saying like, yeah, that's hard. That's the decisions that you should be making. Like, nah, that's some stupid ass shit. Don't be a degenerate. That's weird. That's weird.
At this certain age, we're confused. We're young. We don't know what we want with our lives. And there's this outside pressure in rap music and a bunch of media and videos telling you that the way to have control over your own body is to show more of your body. It's to give your body to other people because you're the one making the decision to give up your body. But at the same time, you lose control because they're actively tangling the idea.
Bro, right off the rip, something that a lot of young people just forget too, bro. It's kind of like the whole vaping thing. And this is, you know, it's off topic, but it's relevant. A lot of y'all be getting into these addictions and having fun. Fuck it, I don't care. But you guys don't understand the repercussions or even appreciate the repercussions that are really going to happen later, bro. I know I'm going to sound like an unk and shit, but dead ass. Y'all motherfuckers be selling out to have fun when you realize that your youthful days that you're trying to have so much fun in, that is the minority of your life. That is literally the minority of your life. So you sitting there trying to wild out and pretty much do unreversible damage to your body, your mind, and your soul in your 20s for the sake of fun. You don't realize that you're going to leave permanent damage that's going to last the rest of your life. And God willing, you're going to live a long life. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, your 20s is a time to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes and but at the same time, you over here fucking your body up, fucking your mental up, doing all these things, deteriorating your goddamn soul for fun, nigga. By the time you're 30, your ass not even functioning correctly for the rest of your life. So put that in perspective. Think about that next time you want to go ruin your life just to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I think a lot of y'all are not taking into consideration, bro.
Idea that the carrot on the stick, it's the good thing. It's the right action because it makes you feel good. Why would you not want to feel good? it's kind of obvious. It's a trap. It's a lie.
I'm so tired of taking B, plan B. This nigga won't stop nothing near me.
Huh? What?
There's a bunch of shit music out there that will literally lower your IQ. And the same thing applies to the videos you choose to consume.
Damn. Tommy NFG just caught that mean ass stray. That nigga said there's certain videos out there that will lower your IQ and put my dog Tommy NFG on the screen. I don't co-sign that, bro. I fuck with you, Tommy. Locked in, twin. Damn, Rambo, why you did that?
This is assumption that what I put into my body is solely focused on just food, but you should have the same level of selectivity with your thoughts, your ideas. And this is a big problem because everyone views cheating as a bad thing and they don't understand that the betrayal part is bad, but more importantly, how do you prevent it from happening? Very obviously, communication. Cheaters are fundamentally pussies because they're unable to communicate what they're actually feeling. So their route of escape is cheating or doing very bad things, right?
The thing about cheating, bro, what it really comes down to is lack of discipline. And yeah, you're a pussy and you can't communicate, bro. Because, like, I'll be honest, what relationships, and I've said this before, all relationships, like long-lasting relationships, the longer it lasts, it comes down to more than love, bro. Because love is the feeling that, honestly, it fluctuates. So when you're in a relationship, you can't just love your partner. You have to be committed to your partner. You have to be loyal to your partner. Past the love. The same way that you are loyal and committed to your family. You know, I know some people have family issues, but just speaking in general here, y'all, you know, you love your brother. You love your sister. You are loyal to your sister. You wouldn't slime your sister out. You wouldn't, lie or try to get your sister hurt. You know what I'm saying? You there for them. Unconditional love. So and that's the difference. Like, a lot of people get into relationships, but when that love starts fleeting and y'all been together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, some of y'all, if you're in a more married state, hopefully even longer, you kind of start losing that spark, that feeling. So what keeps y'all together is that discipline. It's that loyalty. It's that commitment. You can't just give up on that. And I think that's what a lot of people, they forget that these relationships, they rely a lot more on that commitment than love. Because I promise you, bro, you going to wake up in your relationship and be like, man, I hate this motherfucker, bro. This motherfucker get on my nerves. I'm tired of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it's all the shit that y'all been through together, all the experiences that y'all had, where it's like, you need to sit that through and lock it down and overcome it. Then on the flip side, and if you watch your breaking point and you don't want to be with them no more, then let it be that. But then to go behind their back and cheat, like, that's the lowest fruit you can grab, because it's just like, you're going to fuck the whole relationship up anyway. Once you get caught, what you do get caught, the truth will always come to light. That's something that I know. The truth will always come to light in some way, shape, or form. So once you get caught, you're going to fuck it all up anyway. And then what, you going to cry and beg to get your girl back or get your nigga back? It's like, you could have just left them. It would have hurt their feelings, but at least they would have some respect for you.
But everything lies in terms of communication, because reminder, a relationship is just an agreement between you and another person. And once you stop talking, everything falls apart. Communication is extremely important, and people who choose not to communicate are the biggest cowards there are.
Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years. I've always known this day would come. I just never really knew when I would actually have the courage to do it. And today is that day.
I will save you guys the boring 2-minute watch, but pretty much she broke up with her boyfriend of 4 years, and people are very upset about it because she has known that this day will come and has always been in her.
What type of mentality is that? I've always known this day would come. Like, what the fuck? You've always known this day would come, that you were going to break up with your boyfriend of 4 years? Why were you even in a relationship? You get into a relationship and have the mentality that you're going to break up with them. It's like, then just stay single, which is fine. There's no wrong or right. There's no wrong answer there. But it's like, if you get into a relationship and you're like, I always know this day was good. It's like, realistically, statistically, especially if you're younger, like a high school motherfucker, statistically speaking, the relationship's probably not going to last. So fine. We're not going to be dumb about that. But you could still be optimistic enough to be like, I want this to be a forever situation. I mean, I feel like that's the only intention you should go into any relationship with, even a young one, even statistically speaking, if it's not going to last. And it's 99.99999% not going to last, especially if you're like in high school or some shit, which is fine. But that still can't be your mentality. You got to push that to the back of your head, to truly experience and love the relationship. Like, what? I always knew this day would come.
Fucking mind. But she has been such a coward that she chose to not only waste her life, but the other person's life. She was stringing this person along for 2 fucking years. She wanted to break up with them, but didn't, because she was just so afraid. And this is the problem. There's this perpetuation in society that you should always pick the easier option. You should listen to music, watch.
No, that is not the right mentality. I'm pausing a lot, but I'm talking my shit today, man. Berto talk. Let's do it, man. What you doing? Berto? But the thing is, the easy route, 9 times out of 10, is the wrong route, my nigga. Stop taking the easy way out. The easy thing to do is to try and lie and sly and go behind back and, fake smile, don't hurt nobody's feelings. But again, the hard thing is to look somebody in their eye that loves and trusts you and be like, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. That's the hard thing to do. But again, you'd be an honest motherfucker. You have their respect, and you get to walk away with your dignity, and you get to walk away with your pride and be like, yeah, man, I'm a stand-up nigga. Real nigga. That's what life's about. Don't take the easy way out, man. That's some weak ass shit.
Videos that doesn't actually challenge your thoughts and ideas, but constantly tell you and reaffirm you the things you want to hear. You should sleep with as many people as possible, because obviously, why wouldn't you? It makes you feel good. And because people are so attuned to this instant gratification, it trickles down not to only the big problems people choose in their lives, like sleeping with people, but also the small things, the little decisions. Maybe when you're having an argument with someone, when you're understandably upset with them, maybe showing too much skin, you push it aside because you're so much of a coward, you're so much of a pussy, you don't want to have that argument, that conflict, that conversation. You'll save it for another day. And over time, it will slowly pile and pile and pile. And the most important thing with humans and the power of relationships is very simply communication. And we are losing that ability, even though, oh my God, Gen Z, we're the most connected, generation ever. But at the same time, no one is actually voicing their thoughts.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed. It's like a lot of y'all just be scared to yet talk. Y'all, and not everything is for everybody to know, but I do believe, regardless of what stage you at in your life, regardless of your traumas, regardless of what you've been through, regardless if the person that you opening up to agrees or disagrees with you, you do need somebody to open up to, bro. And that's something that I think our generation is lacking big time. Like, everybody is too cool to show emotions, too cool or too like nah, I don't need to talk to nobody. I don't need nobody. It's just me versus everybody. Well, let me tell you this, motherfucker. There is not one successful motherfucker in this world. You cannot name one. Name one right now. I'll never make another YouTube video again. I'll delete my channel right fucking now, bro. There is not one person on this earth that has been a successful motherfucker that didn't have other people that helped them get there. And in a negative or a positive way. Whether it's the slimiest, grimiest type of person that used and manipulated people to get to his success, his or her success, or the person that was a loving, caring, that, you know, really provided value and, you know, used people, but used them in a way where he also empowered them and whatever. It's a great, happy story. Evil, successful person, nice, successful person. They had to have other people help them get to the top. Guaranteed. So y'all motherfuckers need to kind of like lose that mentality of like, oh, I don't need to open up. I don't need nobody. It's me against, like, that's bullshit, bro. You're going to fail every time. You cannot take over the world. Or you can't do anything worth anything by yourself.
Communication is extremely important for the health of a relationship, and people like to point and make judgments onto other people. And how I view relationships, at least for mine, is that it doesn't matter how people view it, because relationships are a one person and another person agreement. People like doing a lot of freaky stuff.
Yep. They definitely do. They definitely do.
They like doing a lot of freaky stuff, and there's nothing wrong with them doing it unless it hurts other people. There's nothing wrong with being a freakazoid, because if the other person in the relationship is okay with it, then that's all that matters. But there's
I'm playing. I don't give a fuck. I think what he's saying here is true, but again, I don't like looking at that shit.
Slowly is becoming this problem with social media and Gen Z, where you no longer live just for yourself and other people, but you live for the internet and the judgment of other people. And it slowly spirals into this problem of existing, having relationships just to please.
That nigga just jump scared me with some gay shit, bro. Again, I don't have a problem, but I wasn't expecting to see that. It's not what I thought I was signing up for on this video. But okay.
The eye of society. The reason why relationships probably won't work long term with Gen Z is because of our upbringing. You're taught to always pick.
Do we need to react to some fat people videos, bro? Because this is just sad. He's eating the pizza, but you can see the sadness. Look at the way he's just looking down at his belly. And he can't see any other body parts but his belly. This is sad, bro. Y'all think I'm really not even joking. Like, this is sad. The nigga's depressed. Oh my God.
The easier answer, and you can't communicate. It's this big problem that I guarantee you has not reached its climax yet. And I'll be even more honest. I'm fucking lying to you. This entire video was a goddamn lie. And it sounds like I made a bunch of really good arguments, but I guarantee you, Gen Z will live a completely fine and normal life. You're just being overstimulated. You're being fed a lot of extreme ideas, and those are the only ones that actually pop up in the algorithm.
Humans may be one step closer to destroying the world.
I think that's semi-true. You know, I've said this before. It's like, if you focus on the negative, you're going to get more negative. So, you know, again, if a lot of these videos are popping up in your algorithm and these are the only things you're watching 24/7, I mean, yeah, you're going to start to perceive that that's your reality. But the reality is, if you were to close your phones and stop watching these type of videos, I mean, you'd probably start to notice that things aren't as bad as they seem. So there's some truth to that for sure. But, you know, but it doesn't mean that these conversations aren't real, though. I don't necessarily agree with what he just said in the sense that it's just a flat out lie. Like, no, these are real struggles that people are having.
Or at least that's what scientists behind the doomsday clock think.
Oh my God, the world is ending, they say every year. This is a big thing people don't realize with Gen Z titled videos. They always make random assumptions. They pick random things and then create random correlations. And this is a very complex topic, right?
Damn.
But people...
This nigga don't like Tommy NFG. What's going on with you and Tommy, bro? Do I need to make some phone calls? Get y'all niggas in the room? Is there some Rambo Tommy NFG beef I don't know about? Y'all need to squash some shit? This is the second time. It's the second time this nigga threw a little jab. Like it wasn't like disrespectful, but it was definitely like a little jab. Like, damn, what y'all got going?
Don't seem to realize that every generation has a problem with the upcoming generation. Every single generation has a problem with every generation because they believe that change is what's going to actually ruin the future. But that has never happened, at least yet. And I want you to take this very seriously because technology is advancing very rapidly and it seems and pushes us into this unknown realm where our brains are just negatively attuned. But remember, people back in the day actually hated reading. Oh, reading? What the fuck? Reading is actually going to ruin our society because it's going to make people choose to not remember anymore. And the same argument is made all the way today when phones were being introduced. What? You can just Google anything. You don't have to remember phone numbers. It's going to ruin people's memory. But guess what? Every single new advancement, while seen and made arguments where it's a bad.
Y'all want me to give you the shortcut version of everything he's saying? Get with the program or get left behind, nigga. You know, a good conversation to have is with this AI shit. You know, I said this too, even just like this kind of shifting gears a little bit, but even as like a content creator, my nigga, I need to start figuring out how to use this AI shit, bro, because it's coming. It's coming fast. It's coming hard. And there ain't nothing we can do about it. That motherfucker is all here, man. Soon y'all motherfuckers gonna be watching a goddamn AI Berto in this motherfucker. Where you at, family? All that bullshit. I'm on one today. I need to calm my ass down. Let me just stop.
Thing actually helps us long term, and it's very easy to fall under this trap of viewing the world in such a negative manner. But the real reason why I have a complete twist at the end of this video is that, remember, the content you choose to consume heavily affects your life. The ideas you choose to swallow heavily affects your future and life. And I guarantee you, you don't know what's best and bad for you. Be careful out there. Goodbye.
I mean, that's definitely a great point. You know, obviously we're influenced by what we watch, what we listen to and whatnot. But at the same time, you're influenced by your upcoming, the things that you tend to focus on in your life, the knowledge that you tend to acquire outside of your entertainment. So, I mean, you really are just a clusterfuck of everything you do. So if you are very intentional about being a good person and being a better person and an accepting person, and especially when it comes to relationships, just being an honest person that stands on certain, values, like, obviously you're going to mess up along the way. Obviously you're going to have shortcomings, but when it's all said and done, like, you're going to feel proud of who you are. So, again, the best way to go about it, honestly, in my opinion, is just not overly fixate, bro. Take things with a grain of salt, form your own opinions. When you're watching these videos, whether it's for entertainment, whether it's for actual knowledge, whether it's, it's just your favorite creator and you just like to tap in, whatever it is, take it with a grain of salt, bro. Form your own opinions. Don't take everything so seriously, bro. Not take everything so seriously, but just don't think other people's trauma applies to you by default, even if it sounds good. I guess that's a better way to put it, because I do want you to take things seriously. But at the end of the day, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys tap into the Twitch streams. The link to that will be in the description. That's Where You At, Berto. I'll see you on the next one. I'm gone.
Where you at, Berto?